Welcome, young builders, to today's explainer. Get ready because today we are jumping into an absolutely incredible devotional that introduces a super exciting idea. You are an architect. Now, you aren't building a house or a skyscraper out of wood and steel. You are an architect of your very own life. You're building your character, and today we're going to look at exactly how you do that, using the absolute most powerful tools in your toolbox, your habits. I want you to really hook your imagination onto this question right here. What are you building today? Imagine yourself as a master builder. Think about when you build with Legos or, when you create those massive worlds in a video game. Every single small block matters, right? Well, your life works the exact same way. Every single choice you make today, what time you roll out of bed, how you treat your siblings, whether or not you tell the truth, all of it adds a brand new, permanent brick to the building of your life. Okay, let's dive right into Section 1, the power of a habit. So, to be a master builder, you really need to understand your main building material, which is your habits. A habit is just something you do over and over again until you don't even have to think about it anymore. You just do it automatically. And look closely at this definition straight from the devotional. It tells us that your character, which is really just a word for who you are on the inside, your personality, your honesty, your bravery, it's not an accident. Nobody just wakes up one morning randomly brave or accidentally honest. Nope, it's a masterpiece that you are actively constructing day by day, choice by choice, for good or for evil. You are the one stacking the bricks. To show us just how sticky and permanent these habits become, the devotional shares this really powerful quote from the book of Jeremiah in the Bible. It asks, "Can a leopard change his spots?" Think about that for a second. If a leopard wanted to be a solid yellow cat, could it just hop in the bath and scrub its black spots off? No way. Those spots are a permanent part of the leopard. And the devotional uses this to warn us. If we build bad habits, like lying or being lazy, they become just as sticky and permanent as a leopard's spots. They get built directly into our walls. That brings us right to Section 2, good habits versus bad habits. Now, every single day you have a choice to make about which path you want to walk down and exactly which type of building materials you want to use. Are you going to use the strong, solid bricks of good habits or the crumbling, messy mud of bad habits? What's really interesting here is this whole idea of momentum. The devotional says that a victory today ensures an easier victory tomorrow. It's literally like rolling a snowball down a huge hill. If you choose to do your homework right away today, boom, that's a victory. And because you did it today, it's going to be just a tiny bit easier to make that exact same good choice tomorrow. But bad habits, they do the exact same thing, just in reverse. Defeat today prepares the way for a greater defeat tomorrow. If you give up and cheat on a game today, it becomes so much harder to play fair tomorrow. The snowball just keeps rolling. Now, if the idea of those bad, sticky habits scares you a little bit, don't worry, the devotional gives us a super comforting message right here. It reminds us that if bad habits can become super strong and hard to break, well, the power of good habits is equally strong. That means when you practice being kind or telling the truth, those good habits turn into solid, unbreakable bricks in your life that are just as permanent. You literally get locked into doing the right thing. So how do we actually build this amazing character? Let's break down the building process step by step. First, you just make a right choice today. Just one single choice. Second, you practice self-restraint. That basically means stopping yourself from doing the wrong thing, like choosing an apple when you really want a third cookie, or keeping your mouth shut when you want to yell at your brother. Third, repeating that choice forms a good habit. And fourth, as the devotional says, this elevates your moral worth. It builds your tower higher and stronger. Now we reach Section 3, Daniel's excellent choices. And this brilliantly illustrates the story of a real historical hero named Daniel, someone who knew all about building a strong character. Even though he was just a kid, he decided he was only going to build his life with the absolute best bricks. Imagine being far away from home, living in a king's palace, where everyone around you is doing the wrong thing. They're eating unhealthy food, making bad choices, acting totally selfish. It would be so easy to just join in, right? But the devotional says Daniel had a heaven-born purpose in his heart, not to defile his soul or body. Even with all the peer pressure in the world, Daniel practiced self-restraint. He straight up refused to lay bad bricks. And guess what happened? Because Daniel put forth the human effort to make good choices, he wasn't left to do it all on his own. God stepped in and rewarded him. The devotional quotes Daniel chapter 1, verse 17, saying, God gave Daniel knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom. It was like Daniel leveled up.
He put in the hard work of building good habits, and God rewarded him with an incredible upgrade to his skills and his wisdom. So the crucial point here is that Daniel's good habits gave him some seriously awesome superpowers, especially compared to the self-indulgent kids around him. Just look at these rewards listed in the devotional. He had a clear eye and complexion, meaning he looked incredibly healthy and bright. He had a firm tread, which means he walked with pure confidence and strength. He had strength and vigor of intellect, basically a supercharged, highly focused brain. And he had a keen perception of spiritual truth. By choosing the right bricks, Daniel built a character that made him stand out like a total superhero in the king's court.
Let's bring this all together in Section 4, Building Your Character Today. Let's see how this builds straight into your life right now. You aren't living thousands of years ago in a king's court. You are a 10-year-old kid with your own choices, your own school, your own friends, and your own daily habits today. And the devotional leaves us with this massive, totally mind-blowing conclusion. It says, great importance attaches to this work of character building, for it is far-reaching in its results. We are builders for time and for eternity. Just think about that for a second. You aren't just building a Lego set that you're going to smash to pieces tomorrow. The character you are building right now, the habits you are forming today, are going to last forever. You are building for eternity. So, my fellow master builder, I want to leave you with a challenge. Look at the blueprint of your life. When you wake up tomorrow morning, you are going to be holding a brick in your hand, your very first choice of the day. What kind of brick is it going to be? Will it be a solid brick of honesty, kindness, and self-restraint, or a crumbling brick of laziness and bad choices? The tools are in your hands, the momentum is waiting for you, and the choice is entirely yours. Which path will your habits build tomorrow?